When Daniel married Clara, he trusted her completely. Their life was quiet and predictable, and he believed that meant it was strong. So when she began working late, joining a gym and spending more time on her phone, he didn't question it. Clara had learned how to hide her affair carefully. She kept her phone on silent, deleted messages, memorized excuses, and built routines around her lies. Tuesdays were late meetings. Saturdays were gym days. Each lie was wrapped in truth. Over time, Clara became more distant at home. She laughed less with Daniel and spent more evenings staring at her screen. When he tried to talk, she seemed distracted, always half listening. She began dressing more carefully, wearing clothes she used to save for special occasions. Daniel noticed, but he assumed she was simply trying to feel better about herself. Marcus had entered her life quietly, almost by accident. He was confident and attentive, the kind of man who noticed small details and remembered them. They met during a work project, spending long hours together under tight deadlines. At first, their conversations were professional, then friendly, and eventually personal. He listened when Clara talked about feeling invisible at home, and he made her feel admired again. With him, she felt exciting and important, not just reliable and predictable. What began as harmless flirting slowly turned into something she could no longer ignore. Meanwhile, her relationship with Marcus grew deeper. They shared private jokes, long conversations, and promises whispered in quiet corners. Clara told herself she could balance both lives, that no one would ever get hurt. She believed she was in control. But small mistakes began to appear. She forgot which excuses she had used. She mixed up her schedules. Sometimes she came home with stories that didn't quite match. Daniel started to feel uneasy, though he couldn't explain why. Doubt crept into his thoughts, slowly replacing his trust. Daniel slowly noticed the changes. The guarded phone, the distant smiles, the rushed showers. One afternoon, he saw a message. Last night was perfect. His heart sank. Instead of confronting her, he followed her one Saturday. She didn't go to the gym. She met Marcus at a cafe, laughing like she hadn't laughed with him in years. That night, Daniel quietly told her he knew. Clara confessed everything through tears. She said she never meant to hurt him. But trust, once broken so carefully, was impossible to rebuild, and Daniel learned that betrayal often hides behind ordinary routines.